understand mistakes in Tableau 8, understand them, correct them, and avoid them. This presentation is based on the 7 C's of data analysis as presented in our book, The Accidental Analyst. And it's a consistent, simple method to make sure that you achieve good analytic results. Following the 7 C's of analysis, in the collect data part, which is the second C, you need to make sure that when you're using Tableau as you collect data, that you check the defaults. While Tableau is sometimes smart by default, the defaults aren't necessarily smart all the time. Common pitfalls: default aggregation of sum, all data sources that are new that you've created yourself default to an aggregation of sum. Obviously, this isn't always correct. Likewise, there's often excessive precision with the default format that Tableau selects. So how do you solve this? Number one, when you have a new data source, you want to make sure you set proper aggregates. For example, grade point average, you would most likely never sum that by default. You would probably average that. Life expectancy, you wouldn't sum a bunch of life expectancies more than likely. You would average those. Likewise, you would format the numeric items in the data pane so that you'll have the correct formatting on each chart and have consistent formatting across the charts. Here's an example. I've opened some World Bank data, and you can see I've got country, I've got life expectancy, and I have health expenditures per capita. Well, I would like to look at this data per country, looking at the life expectancy and health expenditures per capita. So if I use my control left mouse click, which maybe you're not familiar with that, but that's another nice shortcut in Tableau, is to multi-select items like I just did there. Click on Show Me and pick the desired chart type, in this case a scatter plot. Dismiss Show Me. And then I'm going to swap the rows and columns. And let's take a look at what we have here. Well, on my x-axis, or down here on my horizontal axis, you'll see health expenditure per capita. And on my y, or my vertical axis, you'll see life expectancy in years. Do you see anything wrong with the life expectancy in years? This is from the World Bank. It seems like it would be good data. Well, there's 11 years of data here. And as you can see, we've got people living to be 900 years old. And we have some countries spending $70,000 a year in current US dollars on health insurance, health expenditures in general. So clearly, if we open a new data source, one of the most important things you can do is to look at your key measures, if not all of your measures, and make sure they've been properly aggregated. So if I had gone to life expectancy and health expenditures, right-clicked and said default properties aggregate, average. Likewise, if I had taken those same two items, let's go to these two, I really don't want any precision on either. I want expenditures in dollars, no cents, and I don't really need the number of years to have precision. So I'll select those two again and say default property is number format, no decimal places. Now I'm not going to add dollars to the currency because you can see it's in the label for the field. And now you'll notice if I make a new graph, let's try one more time, life expectancy, health expenditure, country, show me, pick a scatter plot, swap the rows and columns. I think it makes a lot more sense now. So we have countries where we're spending up to $6,000 approximately, and they're living to be about 80 years old, and lots of countries living to be 80, and then a rapid fall off as we have very small health expenditures down to almost zero. So we offer Tableau training. We're the original Tableau trainers. We have trained thousands and certified hundreds. We've also taught at multiple Tableau World Conferences, and we're now the leading independent source of Tableau training. We're a small firm. We also offer expert data and analytics strategy advisory using Tableau, R, SAS, Spotfire, and SAP Lumira. And feel free to follow us Twitter at Freakalytics. some of our books and reference cards on Amazon. And here's the outline of the 8 topics covered in this series. Please visit freakolytics.com to understand all 8 of these issues. And thanks for joining me.